Hey babe, unlock the door.
Where's your key?
You know I don't bring my key. You always let me in.
Say please.
Babe, just unlock the door.
Say please.
Just unlock the door. Why do you always have to do this? Just unlock the door. Thank you.
Hey family, welcome back to Jack's Making It Home. Today we're going to be doing another home upgrade for you guys. Now if you've been keeping up with us, then you know we've been doing all smart home upgrades for this year. So sticking with that theme, today we're going to be removing our old wired doorbell and replacing it with a video doorbell. Now we decided to stay with the Nest ecosystem since we already had the Nest Learning thermostat that we installed earlier this year. So with today's video, we're going to be unboxing, installing, and providing our initial feedback or initial thoughts to the Nest Hello Video Doorbell. So let's jump straight into this unboxing. So as soon as you take the top off, the first thing that you do see is the Nest Video Doorbell itself. The doorbell is 4.6 inches tall, 1.7 inches wide, and then it's another inch deep. So it's very, very sleek. It gives you a nice clean profile, and it's pretty much good to mount it anywhere. On the back here, you can see the terminals where you'll connect your wires. Again, it has to be a wired doorbell. We do have some Wi-Fi doorbells out there, but this particular one has to be wired. And then on the bottom, you have your QR code where you'll actually, connect it to the Nest app. Under here, we have some instructions in here on how to do the setup. They provide a sticker for you, I guess, so you can put on your window, and it gives you some information about your warranty. This is going to be your chime connector. You have to use this. If not, you can actually damage your Nest Hello, and I'm pretty sure it voids your warranty as well if you don't use that. That goes inside your chime. And then in this, we have, if I can get it open, we have some extenders. This goes outside if your wires are not long enough. We have a security key to remove the Nest Hello once you have it mounted. They include a nice drill bit, some wall anchors, as well as some screws for you guys. And then you have your back plate. And then the other cool thing that they do provide is a nice little 15-degree wedge. So if the way your house is structured, if you have to use it to angle it a little bit, you can just put this in to angle it 15 degrees either way. So that's very, very cool that they include that as well. Let's go ahead and get started on the installation with the chime work. All right, so we're about to do this chime work, guys, but before we do, I wanted to give you guys a quick little background. The Nest Hello is a video doorbell that connects to your Wi-Fi so you can see what's in front of your cameras. It acts as a security camera 24/7. You can communicate with the individuals one-on-one through the mobile app. And then also, you can get notifications of motion where you select your own motion zones, and you'll get notifications on your mobile device anywhere in the world at any time. So that's really, really dope, and it's very, very, secure, and it provides a security system for you. Like we said, it is a wired system. You do have to have wires powering the Nest Hello. So your wires have to be carrying 16 to 24 VAC, and then your transformer downstairs, or wherever you have your transformer mounted. Ours is downstairs, so I say downstairs if I have it, but your transformer has to be carrying at least 10 VA. So if you are unsure, you can go to nest.com to check your compatibility, and then if you don't feel comfortable, of course you can hire an electrician to do this. So we're about to start our chime work, guys. Always cut off your power before you mess with any wires. What I like to do is push the doorbell before I touch the wires, just to have extra verification that there's no current there. So starting, if you're like us, you have two wires, a red and a white, one going to the front, one going to the trans. Take one off. You're gonna wanna straighten that wire out. They recommend about 1/4 of an inch for the wire, so I'm gonna cut a little bit of this off. And then once I have that off, what I'm going to do is stick it in this connector that they provide. Once you get it in, clamp it down, and then it's held in there. You're gonna take the other side of the wire that you just connected, so we just did the white one, and put it back on the screw that you just unscrewed, tighten it down, and you're good to go with that one. Repeat the same step for the red wire. So we're gonna unscrew, straighten out, trim, put it in the connector, and then replace the screw area. There, tuck your wires back in. Make sure you don't block any of the mechanical components of your chime, or it just won't sound right, or it might not work at all. So if you can't find an area to tuck it in, just go ahead and mount it on the outside. But I think this might work for us if we leave it right here. We'll see in just a second. So now let's head outside and do our work out there. So now that we have our chime work done, the next step is to actually remove our old doorbell. So we're going to get rolling with that. Just take, your Phillips head, flat head, whatever type of screw it is, just go ahead and take those out. Now that we have our old doorbell off, if you were going to use your angled plate, you would put it in now and then just put your back plate on top of it. I don't think we're going to need it. We're going to see in a second. So right now we're actually just going to put ours on. For the sake of not drilling any more holes in our wall, we're going to try to install it right here. They recommend having your wires down at the bottom third of the hole, but with this right here, it looks like it's kind of centered, so we might have to bring it up here. But just for the sake of not drilling any more holes, like I said, we're going to try to install it here and see what happens. So when you're putting your screws in, start with the top screw. Your bottom screw is what you're going to use to adjust it to make sure that it's level. So as you can see with the bottom one, you can go left or right with it just to level it out a little bit. So again, with the terminals on the back, it doesn't matter which wire you connect to which terminal, but just make sure that it's bent in a clockwise motion so that when you tighten it up, it's just going to stay in place. So now that we got those on, before we attach it to the back plate, I'm going to scan our QR code and add it to the app. If you don't have another Nest device, then you'll have to, of course, download the app and create an account. Since we already have one, then we just open up our app and then just go to add a product, and it's just going to ask us to scan our QR code, and it just takes it that easily. From there, you're just going to follow the steps, and they actually include an installation video, so you can use that as well. They do a great job of walking through step by step, so I won't bore you guys with that. But we're at the place where we're going to actually mount it on the wall, and we'll see, like I said, if it'll work with the wires where they are. And then you want to just push it in and then push it back until you hear a click, which we did. So we should be good to go. It's all installed now. We're going to take the camera off, and we'll go back and turn on the power. If everything works out, we should see a blue ring coming across the little doorbell part. So we just switched the power back on. We can see that the blue light did come on, so I'm gonna go ahead and say yes, it's blue on the app. It's asking where we're putting this camera. We'll just mark that it's the front door, and it's connecting our camera. Right now it's communicating with our Nest thermostat that we have in the house already. So if you don't have another Nest product, what it'll do, you'll have to put in your Wi-Fi information. But since we already have, like I said, the Nest thermostat is going to pull the Wi-Fi information from that device. So we just got verification on the app that it has been added to our Nest account. So as you can see, it actually gave us a live feed of the video coming from the camera. I think I like it. Right now we're not going to add that wedge, but if we need to later on, we'll add the wedge. So we got the doorbell installed. It's a little tight there. But we're gonna see what it looks like with the wedge, just to see if we like it more. Obviously we just installed the doorbell, but let's talk about a few things that I like and some things that I don't necessarily like that I know just right off the bat. Obviously the design, again, Nest did an excellent job with it, just like the learning thermostat. It's very, very clean, it's minimal, and it's very, very sleek, and it looks good pretty much anywhere. The packaging was good. It was just very, very straight to the point. They included everything that you needed. The installation, very, very, very easy. We just went into the chime. We added that little chime connector. We removed the old doorbell, put the new one on, put the back plate on. We did end up using the angled plate, so that helped out. Then it's great that they included it. And then also the software is very, very user friendly. It just walks you through step by step exactly what you need to do. So you really, really don't need to hire anybody else. But I feel as though anybody could do it. So with the software being so easy to navigate, you just hit the talk button and it's just very, very easy to communicate with the person on the outside. It's HD audio, so everything is nice and clean and crisp. Also, you get a quick alert on your phone when somebody pushes the doorbell button. It's almost immediate. But if you aren't able to talk to the individual at your door, there are 3 presets that you can hit. So this is what they would sound like.
Hi there. You can just leave it. Thanks. Just a sec. We'll be right there. Hi there. No one can answer the door right now. We'll be notified you stopped by.
Now, while we're on the topic of the preset responses, there is one thing that I dislike that I want to talk about really fast, and that's the fact that it's not customizable. I would love to be able to, put my own voice behind it and set my own messages, but that's something that they can change with a software update, which I hope that they do soon. So now I'm back to things that I do like. There's a 4:3 aspect ratio, and that is very, very good. It's not something that you typically see with the video doorbells on the market. It allows you to see more of the person that is outside of your door, and there's a 160-degree field of view, which is really, really good. If I had my choice, it would be 180 degrees, both horizontally and vertically, but that's me being a little picky and a little selfish. But hopefully that's something that can be updated as well, maybe with the next version. Another thing that I really, really like about this doorbell is the video output. It has HDR output, which is high dynamic range, which helps control the exposure and shadows and things of that nature. So even if you're under a covered porch, you know, where the person would be standing in their shadows, you won't get the overexposed background outside of the covered area. So I think that's really, really good. It just promotes a clean picture. Another thing that I like is the 24/7 recording, and that is huge in my book. A lot of the doorbells on the market, they only record when motion is detected, but this acts almost as a security camera because it's recording 24/7. You can go back and view those videos. Now you do need a Nest Aware subscription, and that is $5 a month, or you can pay it at one flat rate for, I think it's $50 for the year if you pay it at one time. But I think that's a very, very minimal expense for 24/7 recording and that added security to your home. So another thing that I like with this doorbell and that impressed me a lot when it was announced is the facial recognition. So over time, it will actually start piecing together a face and it will associate a name with it. So they're not pulling these names out of the sky, so it's not that scary. So if Shannon were to go to the doorbell and push the button, it will ask me on my mobile device, you know, hey, do you recognize this face? And if you do, you can associate a name with that. And then like maybe the next time she pushes it, it will get an alert and say, you know, hey, Shannon's at the front door. So I think that's really, really cool. Another thing that I like is that all of my smart home devices are in one app and one feed. And that's another reason why we stayed with the Nest ecosystem, just to keep everything clean and simple. Now for things that I dislike about this doorbell, we do have a few. The first one we already talked about, which was the preset responses not being customizable. So the second thing I dislike is the cool down or cool off period. So when motion is detected, you get an alert on your phone, but then there's a 10-minute window where you won't get alerted again until that 10-minute window has passed. I would love to see that pushed down to 1 or 2 minutes, but in my opinion, it's not a huge deal because once you get that first alert, you're already monitoring your system and you're going to react appropriately. So I know me personally, if I get alert that motion's detected and I see somebody, you know, walking around my house, I'm just gonna keep staring at my phone to figure out what's going on. I'm gonna call the cops or something like that. So again, I don't think that's a huge deal. The third thing that I dislike right now is that when you are recording a conversation with a person, it only records one side. The video feed is 24/7, but like I said, when you're actually recording the conversation, it only records the side that is coming from the outside into the microphone. So if I'm talking in the app, it's not recording my side. So I would love to have two-way recording, and again, I think that can be addressed with a software update. If you guys like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. We definitely appreciate it. If they make changes or updates and we feel the need to create another video, maybe 6 months down the road or something like that, we'll definitely do that. And if you would like that, put it in the comment section below. But until next time, guys, be blessed.
Oh, hey, it's you again.
Hey babe, unlock the door.
I'm good, love. Enjoy.